My Comedy DVDs Part 23. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to part 23 of a look at my comedy DVDs. So as with all the other parts, this is a mixture of sitcoms, sketch shows, stand-up, some funny comedy releases, funny peculiar, not funny ha-ha, they're all funny ha-ha, I think. There's definitely some films in this bit as well. So let's carry straight on. So in the last part, I think it was, certainly within the last three parts. Yeah, it wasn't in the last part. So, in a video from the other half of this shelf, so 2 or 3 videos ago I think it was, I showed series 1 to 4 of Men Behaving Badly. On a much earlier video I showed Jingle Balls. This is the rest of it basically. So we have series 5, series 6, and then Last Orders, which were the finale shows. All really good stuff, not much to say about them that I haven't said in the previous video. I have my Python films in with the comedy. All of these, bar one, have now been succeeded by Blu-ray copies, but that's irrelevant. They're there for now anyway. This is Life of Brian, so this was the Criterion Collection Region 1 release. Number 61 from the Criterion Collection. It contains a little fold-out booklet. Plenty of extras on here. Commentaries, deleted scenes, radio ads, documentary film of pythons, all of which are on the Blu-ray. But yeah, that's Life of Brian. More will come very shortly, but before we do, this is Jay and Silent Bob Get Old Teabagging in Ireland. So on an earlier video I showed Jay and Silent Bob... I'm trying to find it so I can give a correct title. Hold on. It's for ones they did in the UK anyway. Jay and Silent Bob Get Old Teabagging in the UK. Oh, I could have worked that out, couldn't I? So this is Teabagging in Ireland. This is 2 live shows done in Dublin, plus bonus gigs from Las Vegas and San Diego. I apologise, I feel like I'm sweating like mad, but I can see I'm not. But if I'm glowing a bit, it's just bloody hot. I think it's about 25 degrees at the moment. Deleted scenes, all sorts on here. But yeah, really good stuff. Again, see a bit more detail about what that is. See the previous video. Okay, back to the Python films. So this is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. This was also a Region 1 release. And it comes in a plastic slipcase. Loads of extras on here. And again, I think all of them are on the Blu-ray. That's what's on there. And another booklet inside. 2 discs for this one. So this is the one that hasn't had a Blu-ray release as of yet, and now for something completely different. So I talked about Holy Grail and Life of Brian when I showed the Blu-ray, so that's why I've sort of skimmed over those, plus I would expect you to know them. And now for something completely different was their first film. It was funded by Victor Lowndes, who ran the Playboy clubs in London. And he was persuaded by, I think it was, I'm trying to remember from reading the booklet that came with the DVDs of the series, plus Michael Palin's diaries, all of which I've read sort of in the last year. So I'm trying to remember who it was, but it was a member of his staff anyway, was a fan, and sort of persuaded him to fund a feature film to take over to America, to sort of launch them in America. It's a compilation of sketches from the first 2 series. Yes, 2. No, just first series, I think. Yeah, Or is it? Mine's gone blank as to whether there's any second series sketches on this or not. I think it's all first series, but it's sort of a compilation, completely refilmed on film. Very well done. I've always enjoyed it. It sort of stands as a comedy film in its own right. You don't need to know a TV series, you can just enjoy this. This quite possibly was the first Monty Python I properly watched. I've seen snippets, but I'm pretty certain, because it's only a PG, but I got this out on VHS from my local video shop many years ago, and it was the first Python I properly watched. But yeah, yet to have a Blu-ray release. This is the Best of Monty Python's Flying Circus Volume 1. There was only a Volume 1. So when BBC launched its DVD range, it always annoys me when I'm editing these, when I start a sentence, take a drink, and then finish it. And I've just done exactly the same thing, having annoyed myself editing a video earlier today. Anyway, yes, when BBC launched their DVD range, they released half a dozen to a dozen, I can't remember the exact number, of titles. One of which was this. So it's a compilation of a TV series. Not re-recorded in this case, but just actual footage from a TV show. Again, it's just from the first two series. No, from the first series. Yeah, it's this compilation taken from the first series. So they obviously intended doing it for the rest of the series, but never did. Oh yeah, all the best sketches from the first series. I haven't watched this for millennia. It might be safe to say I haven't watched it this century. When did it come out? I can't see a copyright on it. 1999. Yeah. I might have watched it once of this century then. Anyway, but it's good. There's a few extras in it, nothing major. Sort of biographies, photo gallery, Radio Times billings, sing-along lumberjack song, and palindromes, which I can't remember what they were. But again, obviously being superseded by the complete series releases. Okay, away from Python, one more to come. Most of you can probably work out what that is. This is Monkey Trousers. So this was an ITV sketch show made by Pet Productions, which is Bob Mortimer's production company. And it's a sketch show. Some recurring characters, some one-off sketches. Steve Coogan, Vic and Bob, John Thompson, Mark Benton, Tim Healy, Alison McGowan, Ronnie Ancona, Mackenzie Crook, Angus Dayton, Patsy Palmer, Rebecca Front, Liz Smith, Neil Morrissey, Matt Berry. Really good cast. I really enjoyed it. It sort of bombed, but I really enjoyed it. 2-disc set, it's 3 hours, which I think was a whole series. Yeah. Commentary by Bob on disc 1, commentary with Steve Coogan on disc 2, all sorts of other stuff as well. Yeah, underrated. This is Not Only But Always, which is a biography film, a biopic if you like, done for Channel 4. Biography of Peter Cook and Dudley Moore. So Rhys Ifans plays Peter Cook and Aidan McArdle plays Dudley Moore. It's very good. As a fan of Pete and Dud, it's interesting. But yeah, it's very well done. Enjoyed it a lot. Which, I watched it when it was broadcast, but enjoyed it enough that I wanted to own it as well. This is what I would sort of come under the funny, peculiar type comedy videos, in as much as it's not a TV show. It's a specific comedy release. It's Nick Hancock's Football Nightmares, which also includes Football Hell and Football Doctor, which were previously VHS releases. For some reason, this is all beat up, and I don't know why. Unless it's... I used to... All my DVDs, I think I've mentioned this before, I'd watch them, stick them in a big bag. Next time I saw my dad, I'd give them to him so he could watch them all, and then he'd return them. So whether it got damaged during that process, I don't know. But what is this? I mentioned before how Danny Baker sort of started or pioneered the comedy football videos with own goals and gaffes, and then the subsequent releases. And I showed on DVD the whatever it was called, something to do with own goals and gaffes. Let's have a look. It was called The Glorious Return of Own Goals and Gaffes, where basically it's football clips, but it's, you know, when things went wrong, own goals, cock-ups, things like that. And him having sort of launched that and done some really successful VHSs and then the one DVD, it sort of opened up a new market and lots of people did them, and probably most successfully was Nick Hancock, who is very much, styles himself very much like a younger Danny Baker. They're friends, isn't, you know, no malice or anything. Obviously was a presenter of the comedy panel show, sports panel show, I think it's all over. And yes, he had the three Football Nightmares, Football Hell and Football Doctor, of a similar vein, and a lot of fun they are too. And he also did this, which is Nick Hancock with The Outsiders. So he decided to follow Iran in the 1998 World Cup finals, who were 500-1 outsiders to win it. And it's sort of a story of him finding out about the team, following them in the World Cup in France. Was this done for yeah, this was done for Channel 4, but it was a lot of fun as well. This was a Channel 5 TV show, Nick Frost's Danger 50,000 Volts. So fresh from his success in Spaced and Shaun of the Dead, he was given his own series on Channel 5, and it's a comedy survival series basically, so sort of in the vein of Bear Grylls and, you know, people like that, but done in a comedic way. It's fun. It's, you know, it wears a bit thin throughout the 6 episodes, but overall it's a lot of fun. And this has got a special feature, which is Danger 50,000 Zombies, where there's a guest star who you might be able to guess who that is. We have Moonlighting, and this is, I think it's the first 3 episodes. So I've shown Moonlighting box set that's got everything in it. This I had a long time before this. This was, I think, the only release it had before the big box set. This has got the pilot, The Lady in the Iron Mask, and A Wound with a View. No, I don't think it is the first 3 episodes. I think it's just 3 random episodes. In fact, I'm 99.9% certain it is. Well, not random, but, you know, 3 from throughout the 66 episodes. But yeah, love Moonlighting. But talked about it more when I showed the box set. This is the other Python. This is Meaning of Life. Again, Region 1 release. They all came out on Region 1 long before they came out over here, which is why I bought Region 1 releases. And another reason why I upgraded them to Blu-ray, apart from the fact they're some of my favourite films. But although I still have my Region 1 DVD player, it's currently not hooked up to a TV. So that's a lie. I have now hooked it up to a TV because Craig Huntley kindly sent me a Region 1 DVD. But I can't find a remote for the player at the moment. That's the problem at the moment. But for a long time it wasn't hooked up to the DVD, to the TV, because it's SCART and my new TV hasn't got SCART. Anyway, yes, nice cover. Loads of extras again on here, all of which again I think are ported over to the Blu-ray. Okay, that will do for this part. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.